Hello everyone, this is Monster Hunter Try Help, and I'm here with a Lagiacrus tutorial. It's been a really long time, but I got a DVD recorder, and I'm really liking the way it looks. I think this is how I'm going to do my videos, and I have a lot of videos. But we're going to start with one that I kind of promised a long time ago. I did do a recording of a Lagiacrus video, but I didn't really like it a whole lot. Lots of flash bombs. It was recorded with the camera at a TV screen, and I've got a DVD recorder that can record these very, very well. This looks much better. It's really, really nice. So I'm thinking of getting back into this. I have a lot of videos saved up. I've got about 8 gigabytes worth of gameplay. Most of it is Monster Hunter. I do have some Call of Duty on there. Don't worry, I'm not gonna post Call of Duty. If I do, it'll be a video every month. I don't really plan on posting a whole lot of it because I'm really not that good at it, and I'm not good at getting montages, and yeah, I'm just not that good at it. And honestly, you don't watch a Monster Hunter channel to watch Call of Duty. So if you guys have any Wii games that you want me to play, I do have a job now, so I can kind of buy stuff. Let me know. I will see what I can do. It depends on how many likes and comments I can get on this video. I'm thinking that this one will be a little bit popular, probably a little bit more so than my other videos, because, I mean, one, it is Lagiacrus, and that's kind of the flagship monster of the game. But enough talk. Maybe I should just get into the tutorial. So I am using the full low rank Barrett set, and it is gemmed to steadiness +2. And it does have attack up. It's either small or medium. I don't quite remember, but it's as much as you can pretty much get and still keep the steadiness too. The gun is the Barrett barrel, jagged fire frame, and Pekka stock. You could use other stocks, but I figured that, well, I mean, you could use other stocks to keep the weight down, but it's really unnecessary, considering that if you're underwater, it's not going to really matter if you have a heavy bowgun, you're still going to swim really slow. But the Barrett barrel gets really nice pierce shots, but it has really crappy deviation. It has increased plus deviation, which turns any bowgun with low deviation into high deviation, and it turns a bowgun with high deviation into high plus, and high plus is actually not fixable with the steadiness +2 skill. So kinda gotta watch out for that. This set does get 15 resistance to thunder, which makes it a really, really good set for Lagiacrus, whether you're going Blade Master or not. The attack bonus is really, really helpful. Unfortunately, you do take a hit to your affinity, but I believe it's only 5%, which is relatively minor. But underwater, I think more than anything, a shield is a really, really wonderful thing to have on a bowgun, because with a shield you can, I mean, basically, Lagiacrus does not have any of the unblockable attacks, being the unblockable attacks are attacks that you can only block if you have guard up, which is a skill on ingot armor as well as ignector armor. And the only things that skill will block are a direct hit from Elatrion's fireball, Ignactor's fire beam, and I think a direct hit from the Deus with his water blast. But there are not a whole lot of other unblockable attacks. If you know of any that are not those three, do let me know. I would be very curious to discover them, because I do use a shield against most of the monsters I fight. Most of my bowguns have a shield, and if they don't, it's an evasion set, which you don't really need a shield for. But main strategy with Lagiacrus, since he's underwater, you can stay relatively close to him, and your pierce shots will still be doing their 1.5 range damage boost type thing. With pierce shots, as long as you are within your range limit, you will always be getting at least one but if you're too far, then you can get 0.5. The barrel has low range, so it's safe to be like one dodge roll away and fire Pierce level 1s and maybe even Pierce level 2s, because your range is 0.6 of the normal range, and then underwater reduces it to 0.3, which means that shots like, even I could be using Pierce level 3s and all 3 would still hit relatively close. If you'll notice, the Pierce 2s are pretty much all hitting. I don't really see any of them going through, but one thing to mention about the Lagiacrus is his weak zones. Believe it or not, his chest is actually a weak zone. His head and his chest are going to be taking the most damage from your normal shots, so that's where you're going to want to aim, like so. However, if you want to get the shell shockers, then you can go ahead and shoot his back. Lagiacrus's highest damage that he can take from an attack is 45, which I believe is either his head or his chest, or maybe it's both. But it doesn't get, I mean, like, he just does not take a whole lot of damage from attacks, period. Which is, I mean, relatively standard for some of the stronger monsters. When Lagiacrus does that double hip check, what you're going to want to do is not do what I do and get stunned, but what you're going to want to do is dodge straight up. With the Wiimote, you just kind of hold it straight up and hold down B, and you'll just swim up. And because that attack has very large horizontal range, and because it hits twice, you can only block one of them effectively. I did block the second one earlier, but that was really a fluke. You can't rely on blocking them both, unless you're really good at getting yourself positioned, but even then, it's not worth the risk. Just swim straight up, you'll evade the attack, and you'll be in position to fire down upon it, which is always nice. So, with rapid fire shots, with the elements, you don't seem to pick up any recoil. I mean, except for Dragon, of course. But with normal type shots, like Pierce, Pellet, normal shot, they all seem to give you a little bit of extra recoil when you rapid fire them. Now, I'm used to having the lowest amount of recoil with the Pierce level 1 shots, so using the Pierce level 2s in rapid fire, you can't just spam them because you'll get stuck with a little bit of recoil sometimes, unless you can get a recoil plus down, or recoil down +1, or if you can find a gun that gets better recoil than this and still rapid fires. But I'm not sure if I picked the Pecco stock for reloads or recoil. But you need to watch out so that you're not stuck in a little bit of recoil. It's not a lot, but it's enough that it can get you hit a couple times. So I did bring along some Barrel Bomb Plus, because they're just kind of nice to have. Note the long range sleep shot to the face. It's just how you gotta roll, man. I don't really sleep bomb a whole lot. I do have one sleep bombing status gunning set, but the only monster I ever use it on is Elatrion, and even then, most of the time I'll use my Devil Joe load up Pierce shot set, which is probably my main all-around set. And then I have a Diablos and Gen Moran mix, which gives me recoil down, Pierce level 1 up, and Pierce shot plus, which is really nice. So here, with the tactic with detonating bombs is you don't want to hit the monster, and you don't want to hit the bombs. Aim near the bombs, and it'll set them off, and you won't hit the monster, and instead the bombs will, because you get a 3 times, I believe it's 3 times damage multiplier to the first attack that hits them while they're asleep. So if you can get it on the bombs, that's a lot of damage that you can pull out in not a lot of time. As you can see, he is already capturable. So, of course, pitfall traps don't work in water, which kind of silly, but you know, it'd be kind of silly if they did. So, that's pretty much all I've got for Lagiacrus. You want to make sure to dodge up and away from the hip checks. Dodge side to side to avoid the dashes like that. And aim for the face, aim for the chest, pierce shots. Pellet shots are also good, but I do not have a baggy set assembled at this point. I have about 6 more videos I can post and commentate and edit. I have a Barioth online play, I have the Barioth Bowgun guide, I have a rage match with a lance, which I would like to get one with a bowgun, but rage match is a really difficult quest to do with a bowgun just because of ammo constraints. I don't have an Lagiacrus yet, but that is on my list of things to do. I do have a Genmoran where I actually break one of his tusks with my bowgun, which I thought was pretty cool because there's not a whole lot of other weapons that can actually do that. Most of the time you're going to be breaking the tusks with ballista shots, but you know, with a bowgun, doesn't matter. I want to thank you guys for watching. I will be posting a lot more content. I've been gone for a while, so I'm really excited to get back into the swing of things. If you guys could leave a comment on how you like the video. If you do like the video, there's a thumbs up button right for you guys. I want to thank everyone for watching, and have a good day.